Hello folks, welcome to another episode of Tweeter's Tech. Today we're going to be looking at the Cyclone Micro 4 media player by Sumvision. There have been free versions of this in the past. If you're not familiar with it, it is basically a media player that allows you to read USB memory on TVs that don't support a USB reader. In the past I've had one which only supported certain video files. The one before this had 8 gig internal storage as well as external memory feature, but they've taken that away. But it's not the end of the world. Some people would like to have that internal storage, but the good thing is this supports anything up to 4 terabytes. I'm using 1 terabyte hard drive. I'm using something smaller downstairs, and they both seem to be working quite well. But out of the box, you're going to be getting the small remote control that comes with it. It's very easy to use. You're going to get the necessary cables to hook up to the mains and just the AV cable. I don't think you get a HDMI cable with this. You have to use your own one. But the good thing is you can use this on any TV. It doesn't have to be a HD TV. It can be something just with an AV SCART lead. The actual device itself, you can see it is quite small. There's the infrared ports on this side. You have where the USB device would go into, and that is where it would read the memory. I believe this looks like it's a slot for an SD microcard. I can't be absolutely sure, but I think that's what it is. And on the back here you have the HDMI ports, the Ethernet cable, and this looks like it's a port for an optical cable for surround sound, etc. The good thing about this device, it does have the feature to access your home network, so you can stream all your media from your home hub, your PC, etc. And what we'll do is we'll set this up in a minute and we'll show you what other features it has. So it's all set up now. I've currently got the micro player hooked up to my HDMI port, and in that it's just the mains cable at the back and a 500 gig external hard drive. Like I said, this does offer support for bigger hard drives, and I've just got this downstairs with a slightly older LCD TV that hasn't got a USB reader. So this is why I bought this device. My TV that I bought recently, it does support usage for any external hard drive, so I wouldn't need this for this one. You will look into get this device if you have got a slightly old TV that doesn't have that support, which is why I bought it. But as you can see, the interface is pretty clean. It's pretty straightforward to use. If you want to watch a video, you click on a video, photo, music. It's pretty straightforward. The Explorer seems to be a duplicate of the video, photo and music option, and I haven't really noticed any extra need for that. Maybe if you looking for a specific file that's hard to find. The other thing this has is Mirrorcast. I'll come to that very shortly, but just very simply, I'm just going to use the control just to show you how easy it is to watch a bit of media on here. I'll go into the video section and I'll click on USB and FAT32. Unfortunately, you do have to go through this process every time to watch a video, which is a little bit annoying. But if you keep your folders quite straightforward and clean, it's not going to be that hard to find. So these particular files actually belong to my mother. I've sort of collected some films for her and just put some on for her. So if I go to the box set section, let's see what we've got. So say if you want to watch Breaking Bad, you click onto there. Got all the seasons. On the left it does show like a little preview of the video, so like a video thumbnail of such. But if you want to click on it, you just click on the enter button, and then you just use the normal remote control features that you would have, or normal controls you would have on any other controller really. Skip frame, forward, rewind, pause, the usual you'd expect. So you can stop that. And then if you want to just go back all the way to the menu, you can just press the home button, like so. Oh, a bit out of focus there. And the same thing's going to be with photos and the music. But if you notice at the top, you can see I've got the internet icon, which is showing that I've actually set this up to my home network, which means if I did have any media on my PC, I could stream it across. I don't really use that, so I can't really demonstrate that. But you can see the USB port is showing that it's highlighted. And when you do initially launch this up, this takes sometimes 30 seconds for it to load up or register these icons when they're all lit up. So wait for that to happen before you start using it. There is a little bit of a delay, but it's not the end of the world. Um, I guess the next thing really is to talk about Miracast. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, it's basically like if you take Chromecast, but basically anything you do on your phone will support it. So it's not there for particular apps. It's there for your device. Anything that offers, or anything that's DNLA that has screen mirroring option, like I know you do get on the Samsungs, and I'm using Note 3 at the moment. So what I'll do is I'll just demonstrate it. Maybe it'll be a bit more easier. If I hold my phone up here, I'll swipe down. Let's have a look. Okay, screen mirroring. At the moment, it's not going to show the sumvision microplayer as a device because I haven't gone into Miracast. So I'll put that aside for now, and then I'll click on Miracast. Now, when you click on it, sometimes it detects it straight away and it just connects, but sometimes you have to scan for it on your device again. But we'll wait for Miracast. So it says it's ready. So I'll then click on my Samsung or Android device and click to see if it scans for it. Now it's already picked it up straight away, and it's trying to connect, as you can see on her TV screen. Hopefully this will work, because I'll be honest, sometimes this doesn't work, but most of the time it does. But you can see there, that's my home screen. I've got it on portrait mode, so it looks a bit odd on the TV. But if I hold the phone up here, and if I alternate between the screens, you can see there's very barely any lag at all, really, is there? So it looks pretty good. Now the good thing about this, the best way to describe it is whatever you see on your phone, whatever you're looking at, it will show on the TV screen. Let's say for example, let's say if you want to do Facebook, so I'll go on Facebook. Obviously it's on portrait mode, but if you just turn your phone around to landscape mode, you can see there that it's it's quite nice to look at. You obviously got this nice big screen, and it's quite handy. Same thing, if I wanted to go onto Twitter, looks just as good. And the thing to remember is whatever you use on your device, you're basically going to have to keep your phone on. If you put your phone on standby, you'll see nothing. So it's probably advisory to connect it to a charger while you're, I don't know, let's say watching a YouTube video or watching a Netflix, like I'm just going to quick look at. Now I've tested a few of these apps out, and the picture's not going to be as good as it does on a high-end smartphone device, because the resolution on the high-end Galaxies are pretty decent. So I'm just going to click on this film. I started watching this the other day. I haven't finished watching it yet. Just to give you an idea what the picture looks like. And bear in mind, I'm using a pretty box standard camera to film this on a TV screen. You can see the glare, but it's watchable and it looks good. And I've got no issues with this. It's quite handy if you haven't got a smart TV. So that works fine. Oh, Netflix has gone wrong there. So if we click on some of the games as well, some of the more high-end games are going to struggle. There will be a bit of a lag in terms of delay. But just to give you an idea, let's look at NBA Jam. This is a game I do like to play quite a bit. But this is also going to be quite handy if you've got games like emulators like I have that offer Bluetooth support, so you can leave your phone on the side and you can hook up your Bluetooth controller as well. So it's quite handy to play things like that, all the classic Sega and Nintendo games. I'm just going to quickly try this out. This is just a normal touchscreen game, but I'm just curious to see, because I haven't actually tried this out. See, and that looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with that picture. But like I said, anything you want on your phone, on the TV, it will have no problem displaying it. I think some of the games that may struggle are going to be things like the Need for Speed games, and the more current games like the the new racing games that go by 60 frames per second. It may struggle with those kind of games. But I was playing Vice City on here the other day. Had no problems with it. And I'm quite happy with this feature. Like I said, I have had a couple of problems where it's lost connection. But if you're curious as to what devices work with this, you can basically look on the website of sumvision. They'll tell you what you need to know. But basically, if you are a Samsung user, anything newer than a Galaxy S3 is going to be fine. But in a nutshell, I'm quite happy with this product. For £40, you can't go wrong, and you've got yourself a device that's going to read external memory, and you've got Miracast, which is a bonus. I would recommend to buy it because there isn't anything out there that's in that same price field that's just as good. You do have other options out there, but for me personally, and for maybe some of you, you might prefer to get this. I do believe Mapley and Electronics have got something very similar, but they don't have that Miracast feature, so that will be the only alternative. But feel free to leave any comments, share your reviews as well, and I'm happy to know what you think about the video. Thanks again. Stay tuned to the next episode of Tweefers Tech.